still that is clear?
Wow, lot of disturbance. I don't know what is the problem with your mic, but sometimes it is getting fine, sometimes it's lot of disturbance.
Actually, I used to take calls in the same situation. All the things are going fine. Why is this echo sound coming? Still, I was not able to understand.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Are you able to audible now? Clear?
What is that?
Are you clear? Are you audible now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sometimes now I'm hearing you fine, but once you talk fast, right, then I get a lot of static sound with that.
Okay, I will speak a bit slower then. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you are comfortable with the overview of IS, RS, AS, and SQL Server, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's start. What is a navigation window? How can we open an SQL Server? How can we open an Msbi? Okay. Now let me show you how can we open the navigation window. Okay.
Okay.
Go to start. Go to start.
Did you go to start? Okay.
Program. Next select task. Later select to the version of your SQL Server. Okay. Chaitanya?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you're able to see the screen, right?
Yeah, I see the control panel screen. Yeah, I see that. Okay, now you're clicking on, yeah. I know that how to open that. Go ahead, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Once you click on this, it navigates to this page. Here you will have like the database analysis services, report and integration services.
I don't see it, that one. It's still, where is that? It's still showing for me.
Engine.
Okay. Analysis service, okay. First you, okay, analysis service.
Yeah. Among this, you can select the database engine.
Okay.
This is your server name.
Okay.
And you can select either Windows authentication or SQL Server authentication. If you are selecting a Windows authentication, a password is not required. If you are selecting to a SQL Server authentication, username and password should be provided. Select Windows authentication, click on Connect. Now, if this is connected, here are your list of databases. Among to this list of databases, you can select either of the things. This is the server name. Sorry, this is the database name. Okay. Now, let me explain you what is an adventure works.
Again, I'm getting a lot of static. I cannot clearly understand your voice. See, Ram Reddy sir, when he teaches with the same headset, right?
Yeah.
But his voice is very clear, and yours is. Why are you getting static with your? Are you able to adjust your mic or no?
The mic which is able to speak is what the same which I am using as well. Still facing the same difficulties.
Yeah, it's kind of static, you know, like some noise is coming with your voice.
Hello. Chaitanya?
Yes, I'm here.
You are still facing the same issue?
Yeah, it is there all the time. Are you outside or like
You are
in?
hearing some echo. No, I was inside in a single room. There are no one around me.
Okay, it's kind of it's what is it? Static, you know, static.
1 second. Give me 1 second, please. Hello.
Yes.
Now you are able to hear. I have
Yeah,
changed my mic.
yeah. Now it's clear. Yes.
You clearly now?
Hello.
Chaitanya, the voice is clear now? Still
Yeah, voice
facing
is
the
clear
echo
now.
sound?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, now can you mute your mic so that I can start explaining?
I'm sorry?
I was requesting you, like, if you can mute, I can start explaining.
Okay.
Yeah, let me explain you about the database. The database that we start discussing in the sessions is AdventureWorks. This is a database. When we start discussing about this database, we have some list of tables. I think you are aware of SQL database. Let me explain you what is a database. AdventureWorks database is a manufacturer company which manufactures a bicycle products. And what do they do is, once any manufacturing is done, they distribute their products throughout the world. And in this database, they will be expecting how the sales are being made into the market, who are the relevant customers to that, and what is the sale around the state, each state and each city, how much is the sales that is happening. Once the sales is being done, they want to identify how the sales are being done in the market. And this AdventureWorks DB is an online system and as a reseller system. What is an online system and what is a reseller system? As we know that when we start purchasing any products through online, the sales can be done through online by ordering through internet. If it is through reseller, we go to the store and purchase the products. When purchasing the products, the intermediary persons will be like distributors and the retailers. When purchasing at the stores the same product, if a reseller wants to purchase the same type of products, he will be ordering to the distributor. And in this database, we have multiple tables. All these tables are distinguished to each other by a schema. What is a schema? A schema is a structure is used to identify to which set of tables particular is belonging. If it is a human resources, this is a schema. Under the schema, we have these list of tables. Department, employee, employee address. Means human resource schema states that we can find the employee information and the department information. Whereas the person schema, under this, we can find out the person address, contact, country, state, these personal details. And in the production, we know what type of products are being manufactured. Under each product, what are their categories, lies. All this information can be found in this production schema. If you can see here, production is the schema, culture is a table. Production is a schema, product is a table. Means we can justify each and every product information what they are manufacturing. All that is stored under this production schema. Similar to that, we have sales schema as well. All the sales which are done on a state-wise, territory-wise, country-wise, product-wise, all are stored under this sales schema, distinguishing with each and every of the table. Hello?
Hello, I'm here, yes. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Chaitanya.
Yeah, what is happening?
No, I was trying to find out whether you were comfortable, able to understand or not.
Yeah, I'm understanding. I'm understanding.
Okay. I will be continuing.
Okay.
And now with the Msbi, we are going to discuss about this database consists of real time. Each and every scenario that we start
No,
will be
I
taken
again, Kumar,
consideration.
again, please stop. Again, it's voice is not clear, yaar. You see, when you ask me, are you hearing my voice? It's clear. Then when you're talking again, it's echoing and staticking. Are you doing anything with the mic?
No, I am not doing anything.
I don't know why I'm getting static, you know.
And let me do one thing. I will be changing my mic. In that mic, I can only send you the voice, but I can't receive. If you want to say anything, you can ping me out.
Okay.
Okay? If you
Okay.
want to reply, you can ping me.
Helping you, yeah.
Meanwhile, I will be just
Yeah, just
I will just explain.
Okay, got it.
Okay, I am changing my mic now. Yes, Chaitanya. This is the database which we will be discussing in our MSBI session. In this MSBI, Adventure Works is considered as a real-time database. And in this, taking this as a real-time and considering this as our list of tables, we will start discussing what all we have in this. Each and every of the scenario of MSBI is considered taking from this database. And towards this, as let me give you what does SSRS has, what does SSRS has, what does SSRS has. Let me open the navigation window. How does that look like? Go to start. click on all programs, go to your SQL version. If you are working with 2008 or 2008, you will find with a name called SQL Server Business Intelligence Development Studio. But in the version of 2012 and 2014, it was modified to SQL Server Data Tools. The same thing, but the name has been modified to SQL Server Data Tools. Select this and open this. This is the basic page when select your SQL Data Tools, or called as SSDT. To start working with the, you can click on the project. Here you can see integration services, reports services, analysis services. Which type of service are you to work? You can select relevant. To work with the reporting, select a report. Later, if you see this, this is your folder where your file is going to get stored. This is the name of your project. In .NET we can see we have a solution with the project. Means the solution means where the complete file with SSRS, what you are going to do is going to get stored. Once you click on this, we work MSBI in Visual Studio only. That is in short called as SQL Server Data Tools, SSDT, that we have received with the version of 2012. Here we call it as SQL Server Data Tools. Previous to that we call it as Business Intelligence Development Studio. In short we call that as BITS. Once, as I told you, if we select this, we will see a page like this, and here you see the Solution Explorer. Here you have shared data source, shared data sets, and reports. And what is a shared data source? What is a shared data set? A data source is nothing but connection string. Yeah, a data source is a connection string. Means we need to start our work. There should be some connection established where we can extract our data. Once we start extracting our data, from where we can extract only from the database. If you want to work a tool with a database, there should be some interlinking of relation. This relation can be established using a connection string. How can you establish a connection string? That is done using here a data source. Is that clear? What is a data source, Chaitanya? Now, what is a data set? What is a data set? A data set is nothing but whenever we are trying to add a report, to that report, when we are trying to extract it, there should be some code which is used to drag our output. To give the output, we should write some coding technique in the tool, where we write all the coding technique in the data set. The coding technique which you are expecting to write, whether it might be a query or else a stored procedure, whatever it might be, this data set can be accepted to write the code, so that we can call that code in the data set, provide and establish a connection string to that report, finally map what the report we are expecting, and then we can take the output. I have explained you what is a data source. I have explained you what is a data set. Now let me explain you what is a shared data source and what is a shared data set. If you are giving any data source at this location that is global, that can be shared to all the list of reports which you have here once you create, means any report that you are trying to access, The connection string can be created only once and that can be stored in the shared data source. The same connection can be called to all the reports globally. But when you start working with shared data set, the code can get changed from one type to another type so that we can modify our shared data set. If you require stating that this particular code can be called in many places, then we can create it as a shared data set. Else we can create a local data set in each and every of the report. Let me open the report and show you. To add a report to our project, this is the project and we call this as a solution as well. All this is stored in our solution explorer. If you see this, under this solution, what is the connection string? First, let me add a data source. How can we add a data source? Is right click on the data source, click on add, go to new item. Means if you have already any item and you are expecting to make it as a shared, then you can go for this. No, this is the new, that is the first time that you want to create. You can click on new item. If you see here, what is the new thing that you want to add? You want to add a data source, you want to add a data set, or you want to call a report. I want to add a data source, means my connection. What is the name that you are expecting to give? The default name will be report 1. I'm sorry. You need to select this and click on add data source. And here it shows you with your name of the data source what you are expecting to give. I am giving the data as my database name. And if you see, as I told you, we have a connection string. Click on edit. This is your server name. If you want to work with your local machine, server name can be seen. If you click over here, change connection. Here you will see the server name. You can copy that and you can paste it. This is what your server is. And you want to go with what type of authentication. If it is a authentication, you can directly select your data source, database. No, if you want to go with a SQL server, whenever you provide the crest, then only your database gets activated. Until unless it will be in a dim mode. Let's see working with the Windows authentication. Once we select this Windows authentication, as the credentials which you have clear, it navigates to the database drop-down. In this drop-down, you can select what is the database that you are expecting to give the connection string. As we have discussed, we are working with an adventure works. You can select that. If all the connections are fine or not, you can click on test connection. If it is clear, it gives you this message, test connection succeeded. No, if there is any failure, then it does not accept. If suppose I am giving my another server name, I am trying to select. If you see this, that is not able to connect first. After a while it throws us an error. If you see, a network related or instance specific error occurred while establishing a connection to the virtual server. During connection itself there was an error. We need to identify it and provide the accurate thing. Now I have provided the accurate connection, so this was connected successfully. If you see this is the connection string we say. A data source about your database. Initial catalog is what your specific database that you are working with. Click on OK. Now your data source has been established. Chaitanya, are you clear till here? Now let us try to see what is a report and what are all the types of reports we have. You can go here, click on add. You can do two things. Click on add new report. No, you want to do here itself. You can select this. The default extension will be RDL. The full form of RDL is Report Definition Latch. And now to this report, which is an RDL report, you can specify the name what you are expecting, the type of report name. Once you specify the report name, click on add. It opens with a new window. This is the report you have created. To this report, if you see, this is the design view, navigation window. Here you see the design, means the design of the reporting we are doing here. The preview section is what is, once we are done with design, how the output that we are expecting, is that able to view or not. All that can be seen in the preview mode. When designing a report, if you can see here, we have a toolbox. These are the type of tools which we use to create a report. These are all the report types. And before starting this report, let me explain you the type of reports which we have. These are the types of reports. Once a report has been created, how do you deploy a report? And once deployed, how can we see the reports? Okay, this is what we see in SSRS. Each and everything in a step-by-step manner. First, what is a simple report or a tabular report we call it. Next, what is a matrix report? In this matrix, you can call this as a drill down report. In general, what is a drill down we call? Suppose we take an year. In this year, when you expand the year link, you can find out the list of months. When you expand the month, in that particular month, how many number of days we have. Means we can see globally only year. On an expansion basis, we can see the subtype what it was having and holding it. That is what we say a drill down. We can get all this not in a normal procedure. We can gain them using a grouping functionality, either by a row group or else by a column group. It depends on the requirement. Next, what is a sub-report? Sub is nothing but a part. Means once a main report is being displayed, at the bottom or at the top, if you are expecting some sub-part of the data needs to be displayed, then you go with a sub-report. What is a parameterized report? Usually we know when working with a SQL Server, we have a parameters concept. In the parameters, if you are working with a stored procedure, based upon the values you specify to the parameter, Yeah, let me give you the rest of the reports as a overview. The sub-report. If we in general consider a banking statement or a credit card bill, once we receive the complete bill, there will be some advertisements or there will be some sub-part of the data which they will be providing us. That all can be done using a sub-report. You can add a image, you can add some text data, you can add some list like this. What is a parameterized report? As we know, when working with a stored process, we create some parameters as well. If we want to a report, if we want to execute a stored procedure to that parameterized stored procedure, we need to provide the parameters. Only then we will be able to see the output. Until and then we can't see. The same here. For which particular type of value are you expecting to see the report, you can provide the parameters to that. Based upon the parameters we provide, system accepts it and gives us the relevant output. What is a cascading parameter? Let me tell you the example for this. If we are having multiple number of states, cities and towns in a country. First I have selected a country, India. Until unless I select the country, the states won't get activated. Means default only the first parameter gets activated and the rest of all the parameters will be in dim mode. Only when we select the first parameter, the second parameter should get active. Whenever you select a second parameter, only then your third parameter should get active. This particular way of processing one towards the another using a linking method is called as a cascading parameter report. By default, all should not get activated. Only one should be activated. Depending to that, rest of them should get activated. That is called as cascading report. What is a list report? If we have multiple years and the data should be repeated on a yearly basis, we cannot take for 1 year one report, second year one report. Means that data should be iterated for each and every year. How can this iteration be done? Using a list report. What is a text report? Whatever the data that you are expecting to see in a text box, means someone should be able to see on the top to our contact number, address, some information. Means that particular information how we can able to see using some text report. So this list and the text means the data which you want to see your name, contact number and address as a text that can be on the top, and whatever the number of data for each and every month or every year that can be repeated, that is your list. All this can be done both in a simultaneous way using a list and a text report. Drill through. This is called in similar a parent and a child relation. Initially we create two reports, a parent report and a child report. In a parent report you have some data, in a child report you have some data. Based upon your parent report, your child report should get activated. Means there is some, let us assume I have some total calculated amount. This calculated amount where I am going to get, based upon what calculation. If you want to identify, you can make it identification using one more report creation and linking these two reports to the sales amount. That is called as a drill through. Drill through is nothing but creating two reports and able to map one report to the other. What is a chart? If you want to see the detailed information, you can see in a tabular format. No, if you want to see the global, means on overview, in general we see the share market, or in general we see the cubicles, means chart wise. This particular person to this product, this particular person to this product on a percentile basis. Then we go with the chart report. These are the types of reports we have in our SSRS and which we are going to discuss in our next sessions. Is the overview of all the reports clear? We can make it more understandable on each and every of the report when we start working on it. This is just an overview of what the types of reports we have, what each and everything belongs to. Are you clear till now, Chaitanya? Any queries from your end? Can I start my next session tomorrow at the same time? Tomorrow same time, morning 5:30 a.m. IST. Can I start the session? Chaitanya? Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
One second.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, Chaitanya.
Okay. Yeah, you know, like I wish I could have the documentation, and also how do we load the software? Visual Studio 2010 Enterprise Edition is fine, right?
Yeah.
Visual Studio 2012 Enterprise Edition is fine, right?
If you can download SQL Server,
Those two, right?
yeah. No. If you select either of these versions as an enterprise edition, you can
Okay.
get you can get an inbuilt.
Inbuilt Visual Studio, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, SQL Server. Okay, R2 or SQL Server 2010 Enterprise Edition. Okay.
Yeah, with that only we can get the Visual Studio inbuilt.
Okay. And do we have to set up? Do you have these setup instructions? Like once I loaded, anything needs to be set up.
You mean to say setup document?
Yeah, like see, once I get the software, once I load it on my machine, do I have to set up any database configuration in SQL Server?
I will give you the database, Chaitanya,
Okay.
of, of what we are discussing with Advanced Works. This database I will provide you.
Okay. So since you recorded this session, right?
This record is being recorded by, one second.
It is recorded. Can you replay it and see what is the static, causing the issue, and can you figure it out, that issue? Sometimes it's coming fine, sometimes it's cutting off, sometimes it's getting echoing, that kind of thing.
Yes, Chaitanya, I will figure it out.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, yeah.